My name is Dr. Ronald C. Williams, and I am the director of the Center for Strategic Entrepreneurship at Coppin State University in the College of Business. It is my tremendous pleasure to welcome you to the kickoff address for the 2001 celebration of Global Entrepreneurship Week at Coppin State University. I want to thank the entire university. I want to thank Dr. Anthony L. Jenkins, our president. I want to thank the dean of the College of Business, Dr. Sadie R. Gregory, for all of your support throughout this endeavor as we prepared for this week, but also your support throughout this entire year of 2021. We also want to thank our sponsors, our partners, our participants for all of the effort that they put in to make this week happen. We want to especially thank PNC Bank. We want to thank Dr. Bruce Dunhams, the CEO of Innovation Factory, a Coppin alum, a successful entrepreneur, for his partnership with the College of Business and the Center for Strategic Entrepreneurship. We also want to thank our participants from Baltimore Community Lending Group for the segment that they produced for the coming week as well. But today, I am going to speak to you about what we have done. How did we get to this point? What are the activities and the events that brought us to this year and to this day? What we are doing? What are the plans? What are the things, activities that we have going on right now? What have we built this academic year? I also want to talk about what we are building. There is a vision, and I want to make sure that you understand the vision, can grasp the vision, can line up alongside and participate in the vision. And that information should help you engage with us as we prepare to help the community participate in the economic development of West Baltimore. So our theme for this week and the theme for the center itself is community-focused global impact. That means that we are active in the community, in our local community, in West Baltimore and the region. But let there be no mistake, our intent is to have a global impact that reaches from this corner on West North Avenue around the world. So let's get into the information and share with you how we arrived where we are and what our plans are for this week. This is general information that you'll be able to find on our website. You can go to www.coppin.edu, says COPPIN.edu, and go to the College of Business page, to the Center for Strategic Entrepreneurship, and you'll be able to understand more about our mission, our vision, and our values. It's important that you understand our values because that gives you insight into what we believe, what is important to us, and what is it that drives us to do what we do. What have we done to bring us to this point in time? It was several years ago, just before the unrest following the demise of Freddie Gray, that we put out a concept paper on economic development and activity in West Baltimore from the perspective of Coppin State University as an anchor institution in the city. Out of that concept paper, we coined the phrase ingepreneurship, which is a juxtaposition and bringing together of two words, ingenuity and entrepreneurship, to describe our own brand of development that is homegrown from West Baltimore, an academic institution based on our research. That article was eventually published in the Metropolitan Journal, and it sort of launched us into an examination, a deeper examination of what's happening in Baltimore from a socioeconomic perspective. You'll see the graphical representation here of that concept that represents the Center for Strategic Entrepreneurship. As you can see in the middle of that circle, in that and that hub, so to speak, are the activities of the center that are structured around how we are structured and positioned, what we practice, what our programs are, what our strategy is, but we do it in a way that allows our ingenuity, our innovation, and our creativity to shine through. You'll see around the outer circle of that ring, you'll see not only the institutions and the governmental agencies and others that we engage in that process, but you'll also see the outcomes, the evidence-based outcomes that we seek in particular areas. That is our graphical representation. It is in the literature, it is a Coppin original, and it sort of describes how we operate and what we do in this environment. If you look down to the left, you'll see a number of publications. One is we have carved out a space for ourselves in terms of our investigation of what's happening in the makerspace movement. We conducted the first study of its kind of a community embedded makerspace by the name of OpenWorks in Baltimore. It's a 34,000 feet makerspace in the heart of the city that launched in 2016. And we were there at the very beginning and formalized a relationship with them. And out of that, we produced the first organizational assessment of a makerspace's first 3 years and the economic impact study that shows that they put $8 million on the bottom line of the city every year, in excess of 8 million, and in excess of 9 million on the bottom line of the state every year. This was pre-pandemic. But we didn't stop there. When the pandemic started in the early days, OpenWorks was able to transform their organization into a lean manufacturing facility and produce 28,000 face shields in 56 days using lean manufacturing principles. We wrote that case study. They not only produced 28,000 face shields, but they were able to land a contract with the USDA to produce face shields for meat packing inspectors. They had serviced over 100 clients in that 56 days, and it was a tremendous success and evidence of what can be done by a local organization in terms of helping to shore up the supply chain. You'll also see pictures of our students. Our students are involved in everything we do. Whether it's a conference, whether it's a presentation, whether it's research, whether it's a kickoff event, they are participating with us for their own career and professional development. In the bottom right-hand corner, you will see a number of organizations that we are associated with in terms of our conference activities, our presentations, boards that we serve on, and other academic institutions that we're connected with. Our supporters, such as PNC Bank and other research projects that we are involved in through the Century Foundation, participating in the Capitol Hill Makers Fair, which we will do again in December. Our students will be there with us. Also, the Urban Manufacturing Alliance is a national organization in the manufacturing space. I serve on the board there. And so we are active in the ecosystem. That is what has brought us to this very point where we are bringing a lot of that to our efforts in West Baltimore. This year alone, I want you to really get a idea, a sense of just how active we have been since our official launch in January of 2021. In February of 2021, we presented a new vision for Black entrepreneurship, which is a historical look at Black entrepreneurship all the way to the beginning of time. We paid special attention to the past 600 years. What is the 600-year experience of African people in the African diaspora in the Western Hemisphere when it comes to entrepreneurship? You would be surprised of the information. Economic Inclusion Conference, which happened at Coppin, the EICAC, which happened in April of this year. It was a tremendous conference with participation from the highest levels of the United States Senate to the highest offices of our regional corporate partners, to the community. Everybody was involved. It was attended by approximately 250 visitors over the course of 2 days. And we brought that back from 5 years ago, and we considered it a tremendous success because it marked our re-entry into the market under the banner of the Center for Strategic Entrepreneurship. We also participated over the summer with a couple of community organizations and nonprofits in their delivery of entrepreneurship principles to the youth. The Park Heights Renaissance and Baltimore Boardroom Chess organizations invited us in to present 2 sessions to their young people. We also presented a session to Dent Education to make our presence known there. So we've been active all the way up until the summer. But since the summer, during this academic year, we launched the Coppin Entrepreneurship Organization for Students. That was a name change and sort of a rebranding of an entrepreneurship student organization that existed before. We launched the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Certificate Program, which is an 18-credit program that you can complete in 1 year. And regardless of your major, regardless of whether you are a full-time student at Coppin or not, you're able to get a credential, a certification in entrepreneurship. We also launched West Side on the Rise, which is a monthly informational webinar series that is hosted by Senator Antonio Hayes and myself that brings you up to date on all of the information that is happening in West Baltimore in terms of economic development. Last month, our president, Dr. Anthony L. Jenkins, was our very special guest, and we thank him for that. This month, we have an exciting program prepared for you. It airs every third Wednesday at 1:30 from Coppin State University. We also launched the Center for Strategic Entrepreneurship Alumni Advisory Board. This is a group of 6 alums of Coppin State University. Most of them, 4 out of the 6 of them, have current businesses that they have launched that are tremendously successful in the financial services arena, in the real estate arena, in other arenas. We are bringing our alumni back to contribute to not only the development of our students, but also so that they can make an investment into West Baltimore and Coppin State University from the pinnacles of their own success. We also had a soft launch of our sustainable startup operation. This startup operation provides startup technical assistance to those who are either considering a business or are in business. Why are we focusing on startup? There are so many businesses that start up. Well, the reason is because a pre-pandemic statistic regarding Black businesses is that 4% of them, only 4% of them, make it out of startup. So we have to do something on the opportunity awareness analysis end of the spectrum, and perhaps the exit of startup to make sure that our businesses are sustainable and we make it to the next level. We also presented at the HBCU Maker Innovation Showcase that is overseen by AAAS through some funding from the National Science Foundation. We are on their advisory board and we participate in a number of their activities. We also are a sub-awardee participating in the University of Maryland I-Corps program. So we will have I-Corps training on the campus for our faculty and our students. So you can see this year we have been tremendously active to make sure that we are making a difference, not only on the campus, but in our West Baltimore community. What are we building? No pun intended, but this is the new College of Business that is under construction right now as we speak on the corner of Warwick and North Avenues. And it is going to be awesome when we are able to enter that building the latter part of 2022 or the early part of 2023. So this is on the horizon. The Center for Strategic Entrepreneurship has a significant footprint on the first floor of that will give easy access not only to the community, but to the administration, faculty, and staff of Coppin State University and our corporate partners and any other stakeholders that are connected to us and what we are working on. You can see that it is a tremendous space. These are renditions of the lobby and the classrooms and the courtyard where outdoor activities can be held, if weather permitting, but it is going to be a tremendous space that is going to be offer tremendous value to the community. This week, we have an awesome lineup for you. This is Global Entrepreneurship Week, and this is the start of all of the activities that we will make available to you. Of course, today is our kickoff address where we give you an overview of everything we've done and what we're doing. And then on Wednesday, on Coppin's campus, we want you to tune in because two of our partners and presenting organizations are going to give you information, provide information for you on access to capital from Baltimore Community Lending. And our partners from PNC Bank are going to talk to young entrepreneurs about the value of banking relationships. It's one thing to have an app on your phone. It's one thing to use fintech to connect with financial institutions. But if you're going to be a successful entrepreneur, you need a banking relationship. You need a personal banker. Thursday is going to be awesome. On Thursday, we have a social innovation research poster session right here on the campus. Our faculty, our students, even some of our staff have prepared their research posters on their entrepreneurial ideas and endeavors. They will be judged by our judges. I want to thank the members of the College of Business faculty for serving as judges for this event. And as we transition from the poster session to our panel discussion, our friends from Carver High School, we have students coming from there. There will be students from Coppin Academy that will participate. But as we transition from the poster session to the panel discussion, you are in for a treat. We want to thank Dr. Bruce Dunhams for organizing the panel discussion with 5 African founders. The title of this session is Community Focus, Global Impact, African Founders Lead the Way. These 5 African founders are going to give you insight into their entrepreneurial journeys, and it's going to hopefully show you the similarities between their community and our community here in the States. We are very thankful for their engagement, and it's that type of engagement that is going to help us work together to achieve results that are going to be benefit us all. And then on Friday, there will be a digital dossier that will give you snippets and the ability to kind of get an overview of everything that has happened throughout the course of the week. This is our celebration that's coming from Coppin State University, the Center for Strategic Entrepreneurship. And we are hopeful that you will join in, that you will sign in and be a part of that experience. Where are we headed? You'll see here that it says eagle's eyes because we know what it means to be eagle-eyed. What do we see on the horizon? If you did not know, one thing about Eagle Vision is that they have, instead of 20/20 vision, they have 25 vision, 20/5 vision. That means they can see as clearly at 5 feet away as they can at 20 feet away. We want to be able to have some sense of what's coming over the horizon by keeping our hand on the pulse of trends and doing continuous assessment so that we can stay on the forefront and provide relevant information in terms of business development. So what do we have? We have a Future Founders Literacy Program that we are using to engage with the K through 12 community all the way to kindergarten through second grade. Our entrepreneurs will be interacting and engaging with the young people at that level so that they can begin to see themselves in certain positions and really activate those concepts of social cognitive learning that allow them to be able to replicate what they see and feel comfortable when it's for people that they can relate to. Our Faculty Fellows Research Program, a number of faculty, you are here today. You're here from across the disciplines because everything we do it in a transdisciplinary way. That means that we go beyond the silos that tend to exist in academic institutions, and we come together as faculty from across the complete epistemological spectrum to work together and collaborate from different perspectives so that we can come out with innovative outcomes and findings. We also are activating our Partners in Education program, which will engage the middle school and high school grades in entrepreneurial activity. Today, Carver High School, not today, but Thursday, Carver High School will be with us. We'll have representation from Coppin Academy, so you can see that we're also reaching down into the middle school and high school grades. Conversations are happening with other schools as we speak. Earn while you learn. We know that many of our students have responsibilities that they must meet in addition to their efforts to go to school. So it's very important that we focus on sectors that give them the greatest opportunity to earn while they learn. So we are focusing in the manufacturing, advanced manufacturing sector and the real estate sector so that we can expose our students to this even while they are here at Coppin State University and give them credentials that will enable them to earn while they learn. In the words of Dr. Bruce Dunhams, every student should leave Coppin State University with an additional stream of revenue. So we are seeking to do that by exposing them to sectors that give them an opportunity to not only earn, but earn in a significant way so that they can contribute to their well-being and their education even while they study. We're moving into the first floor space of the newly renovated College of Business that is on the horizon. We're looking forward to the engagement, the celebrations, the receptions, all of the activities that take place when you move into a new space and you're celebrating the accomplishment of the university, the system, our stakeholders, and our students, and everybody involved. How do you participate? How do you get engaged? How do you connect with us? You can email us at entrepreneurship@coppin.edu. That's one way to connect. You can reach out to Ms. Jan Mangana. Ms. Jan Mangana is our project consultant who is helping us organize a number of these activities, and her number is 757-869-5833. That's 757-869-5833. We thank you for joining us this week. We look forward to engaging you in all of the activities. Make sure that you register through Attendify to participate. But as you can see, we've not only done things before this moment, but we are hard working in this moment, and we have a vision of where we want to go. And we're excited about you joining us in the journey. Thank you so much for listening to the kickoff, and we'll see you during the rest of the week.